The story of my journey as a therapist started maybe 25 years ago as a case manager with adults with developmental disabilities. And throughout the years, I've worked with children, adults, people in foster care, families in adoption statuses. And that brought me to this point when I felt like I needed to be able to help people on a different path who wanted to help. I wanted to help people individually as opposed to helping systems. And I found that satisfaction working as a therapist. Since working in the mental health field, I've learned that I don't have to fix people. I can help people fix themselves or help people better themselves and help people recreate their journey and move down the path that they've developed as opposed to a path that was created for them by someone else. And I've also taken that advice for myself that I don't have to fit into anyone's mold. I don't have to be the person that someone else expects me to be. I can create myself daily and recreate myself. The hurdles I personally faced came during my internship when I had to work with children who had been abused by family members or people close to them and not reacting as a parent, not having the first inclination to protect and nurture them. Rather, my job as a therapist was to guide them and help them. That was a very personal journey because I am a mother and I always want to protect people, especially children. So I've had to check that oftentimes. Another profession I would like to attempt would be that of a researcher. I'm still helping people. I would like to do more research and publishing for psychological journals, simply because I'm still interested in how the mind works and why we do some of the things we do or why we make some of the decisions we make. So I would probably do that if I wasn't a therapist or in parallel to this profession. Since working in the mental health field, I've learned that I don't have to fix people and I don't have to fix myself to fit into anyone's mold or expectations. My role as a counselor is to help people along their journey, maybe clarify some things for them, but not to fix them. And that has made my job a lot easier. One hurdle I faced as a counselor is realizing that I can't nurture and protect my clients from today and from experiences that they may have had. Being a counselor, working with children who have been abused by family members or people close to them, my first inkling is to protect them and to cover them because I'm a mother. But being a counselor, that's not my role. So I've had to come to that realization that that's not what I can do or should do and that I'm there for a specific purpose. If I were not a counselor, I would like to attempt to be a researcher. I would like to continue to find out why humans make the decisions they make, why they act the way they act, and the impact that our actions have on each other and on ourselves. I would like to publish in psychological and counseling journals. I find the best way to learn is to initially be exposed to the material and then to practice over and over again. I help my clients by giving them information, explaining things to them, clarifying things for them, recalling if I need to take out a whiteboard or a sheet of paper so that they can see if they're a visual learner, touch things if they need to learn or experience something that way, but simply practicing the information or practicing the skill is very helpful. Forgiveness to me means being able to release an emotional hold that someone has over you. If you carry the experience or the transgression around and have a negative emotion every time a person comes around or every time you experience that thing, you're never able to be completely free. So forgiveness is being able to move through life without that emotional hold. It is not easy being one's own therapist, and I highly recommend against it. Being a therapist, we spend a lot of time explaining, clarifying, and helping people see things differently than what they may believe it to be. And as a therapist, we can do those same things to ourselves, which will lead us down a very dangerous path. I highly recommend each therapist have a therapist, or at least have a trusted friend that can show you something from a different point of view.